Yo, 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 fam-a-lam, how you doing out there in the world? I'm MG, welcome back to my Red Room. Today we're going to be taking a little bit of a trip back in time. We're going to travel all the way back to 2023, yes, all those years ago. And we're going to be taking a look at some of the albums. I think I did 4 albums that year, not as busy as 2024, which did 7 albums. But you know, I still managed to get through a fair amount of stuff, and there's some little scorchy tunes in there, and I'd really like you to hear them. They need to be out there in the world. So what we're going to do is walk through an album that came out, I think it was November or December of 2023, and it's called The Amazing World of Carnival Clowns. Big long title. Normally I go for snappy little things, but this I wanted it to be like, I don't know, it sounds like it should be ripping off Sgt. Pepper or something, but it's not that at all. It's just about the crazy world in which we live in, and the people that run the world, and I just think it's like a fucking circus act. Hence The Amazing World of Carnival Clowns and all the people that live in the world. So yeah, there's loads of stuff in here. I was experimenting with some things. There's some really groovy stuff. There's some jazzy things going on. I'm mucking about with a lot of really big harmonies and stuff, and there's some cracking catchy tunes in here. So let's stop giving it and we'll take a little listen. The Amazing World of Carnival Clowns. Righto, my fabulous friends, let's have a listen to this album. I quite like the cover. I do all my own cover artwork, by the way, because I'm a cheapskate. I'm Scottish, it's in my blood. I wanted to have that whole carnival kind of experience, the big top, and that was like the whole concept behind the album. And I'm sure if you looked inside, I'd be wearing a ringmaster's outfit and it'd all be very Sgt. Pepper, but not intentionally. I'm not trying to rip off the Beatles. You can't rip that off, that would be ridiculous. So right, the first song is called Get Your Groove On. I had a nice groovy little idea. I love doing little kind of walking bass lines. I love playing like disco bass, like those kind of octave kind of walks, and that's what very much this song was. So I put on a nice little groove, little shuffly kind of thing, and just started jamming along, and all these ideas kind of started flooding in, and the guitars. Anyway, I'll shut up and let you have a listen to Get Your Groove On. Boom. we go. I like that wee guitar solo. I was trying to be a bit Princey, I think, and spontaneous, and it just, that whole solo, I think it was a first take. I was in the zone. I was getting my groove on. Right, next song is called All Rise. It's political. Everybody rise. Stand up against your masters. Let's destroy the system kind of song. Yeah, let's give it a listen.
All rise.
From your book of rules, I didn't sign up for this. It is not for me, my friend. It is not for me. The T's and C's and P's to the paralegals. You're agreed, the source of evil. Fishing and fishing and wishing to be the man. You're taking and breaking and pure because you can. Contender for the president of Havers, a limited pool and the 1%. But I'm coming again, so gonna break you from within. I'm gonna rid the world of your mama's second sin.
There we go, All Rise. There was some crazy stuff going on there. I've forgotten some of that stuff. Some of that kind of Bo Diddley ding stuff going on. I was mucking about with timings and pushings and offbeats and stuff. And then the second verse actually singing Spanish. I was working on a Spanish website for a Spanish bank, and I was learning a lot of Spanish, so I thought, why not? But it was the harmonies. I just love da 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 da, and the harmonies I've got going on there. I was really trying to do something really quite different, and then doing all the kind of rap stuff as well. It all came together quite beautifully, I think. Anyway, next song is called Break On Through. What the hell's that about? I don't know. Break on through to the other side. I think it's about maybe just getting out of the life you're in into a better place. Let's take a listen. And I'll try and remember what the hell this song was about, and I might make some comments after we've listened to it. So let's see what the hell this is all about.
The coward dies 1,000 deaths, the brave are won. Duty calls in times of need, but don't come undone. Stick to your guns, so hey, you've gotta break on through to the other side.
Yeah, break on through. It is just about overcoming adversity. Like, stick to your guns, break on through, and persist with whatever it is you're trying to do. It's a positive song, and I love that riff. Yeah, a lot of fun. Right, and yeah, I'm going quite quickly today. You'll notice a lot less of this, because it's. Oh, shut up, Siri. Because it's 20 to 8 and I start work at 8:30. I always have to try and get all this stuff out of the way before I actually start my day job. So this next song is called Rain, and it's about a bit of a kind of misogynistic guy who thinks he's God's gift. Now, this isn't about me. I'm not God's gift to women. I think it's like a Don Draper kind of character from Mad Men. And the whole concept of rain is he can make women just rain out of every orifice. So there and down below. Just he thinks he's got women wrapped around his little finger and he's just a dick. So I like to sometimes do like character songs. Most songs are about me and my experiences, and then sometimes it's kind of like acting. You just need to go and step into someone else's shoes for a little while and see what that's like. I think it helps you become a better person by thinking what it must be like to be a dick. Shows you how not to be a dick, if that makes sense. Anyway, this is Rain.
I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain. I am the storm on your horizon. The black sky is a sign of things to come. Thunder clouds a distant rumble. No cool breeze, but a tornado. You try to shelter from me now, but you don't know how. There is no way to stay dry. I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it.
You'll see me doing all the counting there. I was mucking about with some timing, so it's but either 6/4 timing or 4/4 plus a 2/4 in the chorus, which I did inadvertently. I had the melody and it was overextended on a 4/4, so it's just like adding an extra 2 beats on at the end of every second part, and it just makes for a really more interesting song, I think. And just another song where I just went crazy with all the harmonies. There's a lot of harmonies in this album, just a big, wide, almost like Phil Spector wall of sound kind of thing going on. A real punch in the face, audibly. Right, anyway, that was Rain. And always after the rain, waves. So, again, lots more watery metaphors. This is just about, you know, it's all like swimming to your shore, trying to find love. It's a relationship in the metaphors of being in waves and two people finding each other kind of almost like Kate and Leo in Titanic, except without the blah, 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 blah. See ya. This is Waves.
To sit and watch your waves, washing over me all day. Life forever in your light, your warm embrace says it's alright. I hope the two of us remain, stand as one against the grain, and slash the odds across the board. So hold on tight. You sweeps you off your feet to kiss you, float away with me, my love. Shallow waters, no.
There we go. Waves. That's a lovely song, I think. It's a nice melody in the chorus. The piano, I was doing like pushes on it, which was quite a Pink Floyd-y kind of thing to do. Pink Floyd meets Elton John. I really like that song. A wee cracker. The next song is called Now I See, and it's like I see the world for what it is now that the scales have been removed from my eyes, so it gets a little bit political, but it's a lot of fun. Let's take a listen.
That the scales have dropped from my eyes, and now I see a picture of a soul that died so long ago, back in the days of big long hair.
There we go, just a very sneak preview of Now I See. Cowbell, more cowbell! Love it. I think I had a bit of a kind of Tom Petty, Traveling Wilburys kind of thing. They're doing a sort of George Harrison slide guitar thing, and I think the vocals are very kind of Tom Petty as well. Not to compare myself to those geniuses, but I think that's kind of where it's ended up. Yeah, really like that song. Next song's Paralysed. This is a rocker, and it's just about being paralysed by fear, and that's the people that run the world want you to be paralysed by fear. At least I think that's what the song was about. This was 2 years ago, so if it's not, I'll tell you afterwards, but in my head that's where I was going with it.
Resolve to the brain.
Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! That's what songs are supposed to sound like. I love it, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it's about. There's some lovely riffs in there. I'm really pleased with that one. Moving on quickly, this is going to be the shortest one I've ever done, I think. Doppelganger. So, oh, man, this song fucking gets me here every time. Now, it's an upbeat song because I think with the subject matter, this needs to be about positivity. When I was, how old would I been? 19, so maybe like mid-20s, and I was in a band, and I came to rehearsal one day, and everyone was like, "You were on TV last night," and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" They were talking about Friends, because when I was younger, I looked a lot like Matthew Perry. I got called Chandler. Now I don't think. I don't think I look like he did at my age. If that makes sense, just before he died. But back then, I still watch Friends and go, "Oh yeah, I see it." But not so much anymore. Anyway, so the song's called Doppelganger. And I was fucking angry when he died. The people that just fucking used him. Absolute C-words. I'm not going to say it. How they can do that to another human being. Just leech off them. These fucking people. And I didn't want the song to be all angry about that. I wanted it to be a celebration of his life. And I wish I'd met him, and I wish I'd said, fuck them, fuck LA. Come to Scotland and just live in the countryside for a couple of months, and you'll get over this, and I can help you through this. I could be a friend. So there's Friends references in it, and we'll not get as far as the second verse, but the lyrics in the second verse have got like a "could I be anymore" kind of references and stuff. But it's a celebration of Matt's life.
If you think that my life was a fairy tale, better calm down. Drink like a fish if you think that it's gonna leave you feeling unwound. Listen to your heart, make a stop, better work hard, the only way. Anything else is a marketeer's wet dream, that's what I say. I would've been there for you, I should've been there for you. I'd do whatever I had to do to try and ease the pain and doubt. Because two friends say a guy on a show looks like me, show me okay. Could I be any more amused at the likeness in every way?
There we go. I thought, nah, I'm gonna leave the second verse in. Yeah. I think, you know, the tragedy and comedy of Matt's life is almost Shakespearean. To someone who on the outside just made me laugh so much, and that for everyone that knew him, this funny guy and sarcastic funny guy, he was kind of like Chandler in real life, and just what he was going through behind the scenes with his addictions. So I've kind of been there and walked away from it. Because I don't live in LA and I don't have people going, drugs, have drugs. Cunt. Oh. I didn't mean to say that. But that is how I feel. Shit. I'm not going to cut it. I'm leaving. I never cut. I will leave stuff in. Anyway, the next song is about my boy, William. He's such a character. He genuinely is. The light that's on in the room all the time. He comes into the room and it's just ba-ba! You know, he's like in his teens now, but just from the minute he was born, the first thing he did when he came out of his mother was piss on her. And it's kind of stayed the same ever since. He doesn't still piss on his mum, but he's just fun. He's just a bag of absolutely fun. And it's hey ho, you've got the will to be anything that you want to be. So it's kind of a message to him, you know, you could be anyone you want to be. You could be Gandhi or Sean Connery or fucking whoever you want to be. And so that's some of the words, but he's just, oh man, this, if I want trying to sum up how much fun he is, this song is as fun as he is.
Once upon a time, a baby boy was born.
Well, the first thing you did was piss on your mom with a cheeky grin and a wee wet bum, and I knew for sure that things were gonna be fun. Whoa, such fun! Like a whirlwind, you were the extreme, and now you're growing up to be a teenage dream, and I'm pretty sure that things are gonna be total chaos fun. Bring on the game of life, get your kids and a wife. Pretty sure you'll be okay. Hey, oh, you've got the will to be anything that you wanna be. You'd be a Superman or Beckham man. You can if you believe. Hey, ho, here we go. Hit the lights and start the show. Hey, ho, let's go. You've got the will to be. Well, like a coiled spring.
He's just so much fun. Ah man. And there's loads of like references to, it was like probably folk I wanted to grow up to be. So it's maybe semi-autobiographical as well. So it's like you can grow up to be Gandhi or Beckham or Freddie Mercury or whatever, you know. It's just it's a great song. Go and listen to the whole thing. Anyway, the last song on the album, I had a song ages ago called Oceans, and it's made it onto a sort of like, I wrote it back in like '93, and I've got a thing called the Project 93, and it's a song I wrote. I was on a little trip down to Dumfries and Galloway, which is a sticky out part of Scotland at the bottom, just above England, and I was with this girl and we went and sat in a lighthouse. It was open, it was just a derelict lighthouse, and we climbed up to the top and sat and watched the oceans. So there's this song, and then I tried, it's an acoustic one, and I tried doing a sort of electric version of it, and it evolved into this other song. I kind of jazzed it up and put some nice little electric piano stuff in it. The kind of stuff, the electric piano you would hear like in the 70s and like Neil Diamond songs. And then it just became, it evolved from Oceans into this light of love about a couple who meet on an ocean liner. And it's all champagne and ba 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 ba. I saw you across the room at the bar with the champagne, caviar, ma pa pa pa. So it's just a whole heap of fun. I've never done a song like this. Very jazzy. So see what you think.
deck and the summer breeze, it feels so fine, I guess divine. I say a toast and we sip the wine. I see your face so far away. I fly. I cannot see anyone else. You blind me from the room. The words fly away into your light of love. Your light of love. I am.
There you go, Light of Love. When I finally make it to Vegas, that'll be one of my Vegas songs. It's inspired by a song by Stone Temple Pilots, actually. There's a kind of, everyone knows this, but there's a secret track at the end of their song, their album Purple, and it's very kind of Johnny Mathis kind of thing, and that was part of the vibe I was going for here, because certainly in 2023, the last song of all the albums that I did was an unusual song. I like to end on something a little bit different, not necessarily thought-provoking, probably more just not comedic, but a bit more tongue-in-cheek than what the rest of the album's been. Leave you on a nice, pleasant vibe, and off you go, enjoy your day. So that was it. That was the amazing world of Carnival Clowns, and I'm going to start going back through and look at all the other albums I did in 2023, and then some of the really early albums from a couple of years before that, and I'll eventually get through them all. There we go. So yeah, all it remains to say is, if you like what you've heard, like and subscribe, and I promise to bring you lots more stuff. I hope you've enjoyed listening to my music, and I hope you have a very pleasant day. Take care, everyone. Bye.